Okay, there we go. All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Coffee and Art in the Morning. I'm Dee Dee, and this is sitting here mostly for focus, but I'm on the next part. I'm going to, next segment, I should say, of recordings after I do the file folder fodder, week 12, final week. I'm going to talk about my animal posters and also about some paintings. So right now, he's just going to slip right over there. I gotta get my focus back. Okay, so I made a special box for all my file folder projects. These are the 12 weeks right here. And then this is the other file folder book that we made a few years ago. That was a year-long project. I put it in there as well. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the box that it's in. It's just a part of a shipping box that I reshaped. I say reshaped. I cut, folded, took off the front, and I covered the whole thing with one of the Tim Holtz scrapbook. Whoa, I can't lean it forward to show y'all. I'll have to show you in a minute. But it'll sit on a shelf. So I can pick up the whole thing and move it from shelf to shelf if I wanted to. But it's also, or it can sit on a table, can sit anywhere I want it. But because it's contained, even though there's nothing on the front, I wanted it that way because I put tabs. I put tabs on all the 12 weeks, and I'll show you one by one. But first, before we do that, I want to show you week 12. Let's just slide that right back there. Week 12 is color. Oops, is that backwards? Oh, yeah. Oh, did I put that on wrong? No, there it goes. I was like, did I put that on upside down? I just had it in the shelf upside down. Okay, so anyway, week 12 is color. So in your week 12 color file folder project, file folder fodder, week 12 is color. And this is the last week of the file folder project. And I'll quickly go through the other 12 topics that we did over the last 12 weeks. I hope everybody enjoyed, Vicky, and I hope everybody enjoyed at least getting some inspiration, whether you did the project yourself or not. I hope you got some inspiration out of it. And let me start by saying that this is a live chat with live people over on Ustream. So I'm reading and talking to people, reading chat and talking to people live. And yeah, so thanks everybody for being here. So I just used a two pretty ribbons here to tie it up. And what I did is I didn't get too extensive. I put a few things in here, but I wanted to show you how you can collect different things with color. I used a paint chip thing and I just wrote color on there. I covered it all. Now I know I have not been doing much as far as the decorating goes because Packer Dye has been doing that. And let me give a shout out to Packer Dye again for all the weeks that she did the file folder fodder project cover decorating, and she did awesome. If y'all didn't see Packer Dye's videos, she's now into Nano Jomo. Is that how you say it? Nano Jomo? Anyway, y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I did go ahead and do this one. I covered it completely in washi tape, front and back. And I wanted to say that you could use this for your swatches, your color ideas. If you like the design-seeds.com, if you like color combinations, I put a couple of those in here just to show you that idea. And so yeah, let's just open it up here and show you again. I have the same 4 topics for the week. I think I need to move my camera back just a little because it's kind of not squared up. There we go. Make, find, have, and given. Those are the 4 topics, and this washi tape did not stay glued right there. Let me just put a little smidge of glue right there. It has a lot of pressure to hold this little pocket closed, so I usually do glue my washi tape when I'm using it to hold something down because I don't trust it to hold. It usually doesn't. It's not made to be a full strength tape. But anyway, so hopefully maybe I should put a paper clip on there for a minute. Until it sets up. So I'm going to take everything out and show you what it looks like because in this case I did decorate it all up. Yes, eye candy. That's right. So let me just take out each pocket here, and then we'll look at each pocket one by one. And then, so there we go. So here is the inside. Oh, here's some paint chips in there. I don't remember where I had those. So here's all the different washi tapes. Now these are not every washi tape I have. I picked the most colorful ones, but I thought that was a cool way. Hey, Doxy. Anybody else popping in? Lilith. Thanks, everybody. So there's the front and here's the back. And there's the tab. I put a tab on each one. In this case, it says color, and I use paint chips for all my tabs on all the folders. Okay, so there we go. That's what the folder looks like itself. It's not complicated. It's just a bunch of washi tape to make it colorful. But I'll show you some of the things that I put in. I think I've kind of, that goes with make. I got them kind of mixed up here as far as the topics, but you'll get the point. Okay, so I put in here under the make, I pulled a couple of these out of, where's the other one? I pulled a couple of these out of my notebook just to show you. I won't keep these particular things in this folder because they're out of a color notebook that I keep, but I wanted to show you that you can keep these kind of design seed, color idea, and swatches in here if you just come across one or two that you really like and you want to do something with it and just keep it, then you can, you know, do a few of those. But I just wanted to show you that because y'all seen my color notebook before that these came out of. But that's, you know, that's what I just put under make. But again, these are going to go back in my notebook. But I wanted to show you an option if you don't have a color combination notebook. Yeah, this would have been good for patterns too. And you could use, you know, totally do your washi tape with patterns as well. So that's, yeah, Julie Topaz said you could use this for patterns. So some of the things you can, like, I wanted to make a couple of little tags. If y'all have seen, they are like 3 color combinations. Different stores have different ways of doing their paint chips. This paint chip was from Lowe's, and it was 3-on-1. And it had holes already in it. And the reason for the holes is so that you can, like, test other colors that you want with it. I think that's why they do it. That's how, what I always would do, is to test different colors with that color. So anyway, what I did is cut them into little tags. So they're actually one big page of these with three holes in it. So I just cut them down and made little colorful tags. Again, you could white out the back, write on them, color ideas, color swatches, and but they make cute tags. So I had some fabric strips here, a couple of different ones of those, a ribbon, and so yeah, so they just make cute little tags. Now, if you have ones just like paint swatches, plain paint swatches like this, you could either tag them, cut them, and make them into tags. It doesn't have to be just because these have a hole in them. You could punch your own holes in the paint swatches, you know. Okay, so then I wanted to put in also one of the color mind map things we did. I'll leave this one in here because I have tons of these, where you take your colors and we did different combinations. This was from a few years ago. We took lemon, lime, and lavender, and it's a whole project in itself, so I won't get into it too much here. Those that have been around for 5 years know this idea. We've done this a few times. Okay, so then I also have all the little paint chips here. Again, all the paint chips, you can do different things with them. You can make tags or swatches, ring them, put them on a ring like we showed last week. Here's another one that had a small hole in this set, and this came as a color combination. These 3 colors, so you can just, if they come as a color combination set, just put a, you know, baker's twine in there and keep the color combinations together, so you'll always have the ideas of the color combination. Again, these look like houses. Wee Hootie's the one that told us about this one from Lowe's. They look like houses. So there's that. You can use little bits to make your, which I'm going to show here, and I did on this. You can make tabs, flags for your notebooks, your journals, your planners, these kind of things. They're sturdy, and you can glue them back to back so that you don't see the back, but you can make them as flags or tabs in your books and journals. And again, I just put a few different ones in here. Here's one that actually came with a photograph with the paint colors attached to it. So if you want to keep these color ideas like this with the paint chip, that's always just cool to, do that. Here's another one. There's another picture that came with the paint chips, if you want to call them that, paint dots. And so, you can get lots of ideas from these kind of references that go with the paint chips. So I wanted to kind of show you guys all that. So there's things that you can make. You can make tags. You can do, different things in your art journal with the color combinations. Here's another one with the tabs. This one I had put, I don't know why, some of them I think are mixed up as far as what category they go in. Not that it really matters. You can file them wherever you want. Okay, so this was another one of the 3 colors on one chip that I cut up, but I also added some little photographs that were on a different paint chip that had some beans and some little leaves and these colors. So again, if you just want to make a little, throw something in your Happy Mail, something like this is awesome to throw in your Happy Mail. I froze. I see that I'm still recording, so I don't know. I'm still going, so we're good. Okay, sorry guys if you had to refresh. It did not stop my recording, so we're going to keep rolling here. So yeah, refresh if you got blipped. So anyway, I had those. And again, just to show you all different kinds of color, this is just a great way to collect up different color combinations and different types of chips. Now, don't go in the paint store and take one of every single one there. Pick a couple of colors that you really want to work with that week. They're not going anywhere. Again, bits of scrapbook paper that have color combinations. This has an ombre effect that I had, and I just really like that. If you use your paint chips like a strip and you cut them down to use a bit of one and you have leftovers, then just keep those in a little bag with all the different leftover bits, because these are also good for your projects. So I have that. What else? Let's see. This is in my, this was in the given. Okay, so anyway, I just kind of had them separated like that. So again, anything you want to make with your paint chips, and it doesn't have to just be paint chips. You can actually swatch your products and put them in here. So if, let's say you have your pencils, your Neo colors, your whatever kind of, pencils, pens, whatever you keep track of, your swatches, you could make your own folder just for swatches. In other words, instead of just making this color, make this a folder of swatches. So that is something that you would probably use all the time. So if you just had a folder that said swatches, your product swatches, however you wanted to name it, you could keep them all in a folder like this. And then instead of making them make, find, have, given, you could do pens, pencils, paints, and watercolor, type things. So you could make 4 different pockets with the different types of materials you have: pens, pencils, paints, and water solubles, watercolors, water neocolors, all that. And then you could just have a little file folder of all your swatch, or some of y'all love your Copics and your markers like Jess. You could have, but people that usually have Copics and stuff like that have full big charts of every one that they have. But if you don't have any kind of color swatches of your products, this would be a great way to make a swatch, little mini swatch book. You know, there's tons of different ways that people have done swatch books out there. So, but this is just another way to add to you know, keeping them. All right, so there's the color. Again, this is week 12, and I hope everybody's enjoyed the 12 weeks. I'm going to go through them real quick, and then I will show you the I'll show you the box that I made to keep them in. I want to keep them on a shelf, but I didn't want them just sitting on a shelf loose. You know, I didn't just want them all lined up on a shelf loose, because I knew that they would get, you know, tumped out and fall out and all that. So what I did is I made a box for them. So as I pull out the 12 different things here to show you, then I'll show you the box and put them back in. So thanks, everybody. Hey, Z, Jess. No, I haven't yet, Jess. Christmas is coming. Jess is asking me if I bought any Copics yet. Oh, you and Eileen on the Luminance pencils. I'll tell you, I'm going to have to sell a lot more. I'm going to put some posters out. You'll have to sell a lot of posters to afford to hang around with you two girls. Oh, good. I found you. Okay, good. I'm glad you got your mail. Thanks for letting me know. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you what I have in the box right here. And then I will show you the box itself once I take everything out. So I did have extra file folders. I have them made, ready to go. So if I want to, you know, pick up another topic, I have some folded and ready to go here. I also put in here the project that we did a few years ago. And again, I've left this very plain because that way people can see the foundation of the box thing here, made with the cover made with the Scrabble board. So I didn't cover all this up. I still have the rubber bands there and all that showing. But this was a project we did a few years ago. It was a year-long project, and it involved file folders. I'm not going to go through it right now, but there's 12 months, 12 idea collecting. This was an idea collecting, and we kind of loosely based this 12-week thing off of this, which was much more extensive and much more involved. But I'm going to keep that on the little shelf. All right, so let me go ahead and tell you quickly the 12 topics again, and then I'll show you the shelf itself. So week 1, we had nature. Again, I'm sorry, it keeps flashing out, guys. Maybe if I come down here. Okay, so we had nature. Let me find room here. Animals. And what I did is I used paint chips to make tabs. Because they're sitting on a shelf like this, the tabs stick out. So I can see all the, so you can see the tabs right here. I can see at a glance. Uh-oh. Enabler alert, you guys. So I can see at a glance without having to take the folder out with the tab sticking out. Again, you could have these face down in a box. So if they were all face down in a box like this, you could flip through them and see them that way as well. I just happen to make mine standing up. But you can make a box where it's laying down and you flip this way. Okay, the next week was people. I'm just going to quickly go through the 12. Places. And there's a video for each one of these. Food. Travel. Fashion. Birds, butterflies, birds, bugs, and butterflies. And this is drawn by our Carrie, who I don't see. I haven't seen her much this weekend. I hope she's doing okay. Architecture. And again, I did not overly embellish my folders because Packer Dye did a great job of that. Yeah, they look all cool in a box, don't they? Hey, Angie Bell, another enabler alert. Dollar Tree has coloring books for adults. You girls, you cracked me up. And I'm sure you bought a whole slew of them, didn't you, Angie? And I'm sure you're going to do a video on it and enable us. That's my fairy treasures, by the way. If y'all don't follow her on YouTube, she's fun. So this one's patterns. things. So anything you liked, whether you collected it or you just liked it, or a thing, one thing that you wanted to focus on. If you collect one thing or wanted to just round up everything on one thing, things. And then this week was color. Okay. So let me show you the box. Again, it's nothing fancy. It's just parts of a shipping box that I took apart the front, folded the flaps down, used packing tape to keep all the flaps down, but make it sturdy. So this is like 2 layers on the back. And I just covered the whole thing with the Tim Holtz, I think it's 2 different ones. 2 different, I'm trying to show you the sides, but I can't get the side. I can't get the sides to show. There we go. And the back and the bottom. I covered the whole thing. Covered the whole thing with the Tim Holtz scrapbook paper. And all I did is I have some of the Eileen's tacky glue in a bottle that you brush on, the brush on tacky glue. So I just brushed it on and then glued the paper down. So it's really stuck well, okay? So now I'm going to just show you real quick. I'm going to stick all the file folders back in here just so you can see how they stand up. And again, they have the little tabs on them. They have the little tabs sticking out. And I staggered them. I staggered the tabs. I put 2 and 2, you know, like 1, 2, 4 different staggers so that I can see them easily. And again, this could just as easily be in a box that's facing down like this, where you see all the tabs like this. So you could do it this way as well. See? Know what I mean, Vern? But I wanted mine standing up on a shelf. That's just the way I wanted this particular. And I made it big enough for that all 12 there fit. And then the book. Oops, one of these came off my nature thing here. My little, let me just hook it up there for now. This book fits in there from a couple years ago, and my extra file folders fit in there. So it's all in one little box, which again, you could leave the front on there and keep your box like this. In other words, make it like this, covered like that, so you could flip through it. That might, you know, be more appealing. Then this could slide under a table or slide under a shelf or something, and then you could just pull this out from under your table or slide it back in, and you could make multiples of these that could slide in and out under somewhere. But I wanted mine to stand up on a shelf so I could see them all, because that's how I work. That's how I roll. If I don't see it, I won't use it. So if I have it sitting out like this on a shelf, and my, if y'all seen my room, it's all shelves, open shelves where I can see everything. Because if it's hidden away, it doesn't get used. So anyway, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed the 12-week file folder fodder project. If you don't do this exact project like this, I hope you got ideas for collecting fodder by topic, whether it's in a file folder or however you want to collect it. So. Thanks everybody. Thanks everybody that's here that says they enjoy doing it. And yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and stop this video, and I'll be right back with our regularly scheduled Monday show. So thanks everybody that participated in it.